Today I'm bringing you a possibly original book tag, and I wanted to do this because I can. I don't know if this has been done before, but if it has, I'm very sorry. But today I'm going to be doing the Second Wind book tag. And yes, this is inspired by a song I listened to yesterday, multiple times. But it had me thinking about second chances and just generally seconds and the number 2. So generally we'll be talking about things like that. Question 1. A book you originally marked as DNF and have reread and loved. So a book you gave a second chance to and you loved it. And for me that is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I read this book originally in 2013. I got about 100 and something pages in and I gave up. I was reading it because I just watched the film and I really enjoyed the film, but then I wasn't enjoying the book. Then I started watching booktube videos last April, May, and everyone was talking about the series because City of Heavenly Fire was about to come out. So I thought I'd give it another go. Then I promptly bought all the books and read them all and loved them all. So a second chance, well paid off. Question 2. A series you gave a second chance to. So for me, this isn't me. I didn't like the first book, then I read the second book, and I wasn't going to read the second book, but I did, and I really enjoyed the second book, so I'm very glad that I did. And that is the Half Bad trilogy? That's not what it's called, is it? Who knows? This trilogy by Sally Green, I am on record as saying I don't like Half Bad, but Half Wild was amazing. I read it on my Kindle laptop thing, so I just need to pick it up. I really want a physical copy because when Half Lost comes out, I'm going to want all of the pretty spines together. So, yeah. Question 3. A book/series you won't be giving a second chance to. And I suppose you should say never, but for now that book is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I don't like this book. I made it 129 pages in, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I didn't like how it dealt with the superpowers, I didn't like it, and I wasn't seeing enough superpowers, and just generally I didn't enjoy it. So for now, I'm definitely not going to be giving this book a second chance. Question 4. A second book in a series that you loved more than the first. And that is The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. If you didn't know, The Raven Cycle is amazing, and the second one is stunning, so good. The first one is so good, but this one is so good. Like seriously, you get to see so much more character development, especially from Ronan, and just generally it's awesome. And I can't wait to reread this series. Question number 5. A book to movie adaptation you feel deserves a second chance, because if you didn't know, Shadowhunters is a second chance for the Mortal Instruments, so why can't something else get one? And I am picking the Cirque du Freak series by Darren Shan, or the Saga of Darren Shan. Just generally, the film that was made from this was so bad. So bad. I hated it. I understand straying from the book. I'm not adverse to straying from the book, as long as you keep the spirit of the book. And they didn't. They just butchered it. I don't know what they thought they were doing, but they did it all wrong. So, the Saga of Darren Shan / Cirque du Freak series. I think it should be a TV show, which I've spoken about before, but yes. Question number 6. Favourite secondary character. And for this one I'm picking one that is a secondary character I feel in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, and that is Nico D'Angelo. When I first read this series, he stood out to me. He is one of my favourite characters, just because he is awesome, and you get to see him grow across the 10 books in the Camp Half-Blood Chronicles. But generally, in the last 3 books of the Percy Jackson Olympian series, he is much more of a secondary character. I know in this one he's kind of slightly mainish, and in Last Olympian he's slightly mainish, but to me he will always be secondary in this series to Grover, Annabeth, Percy. They are much more main characters in this series, and he is a secondary character to me. Obviously in Blood of Olympus that changes, but he's also a secondary character in House of Hades, so yeah. Question number 7. Favourite duology. And I haven't read many duologies, but the ones I have read have been pretty darn fantastic. And I could go with the one I actually own, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go with the Proxy Guardian duology by Alex London, because it's just so good. Like, seriously, that duology is just so well written, and it's just beautiful. Like, it deals with such a cool world, and read it. I need to get it in physical copy so I can go, Proxy, because I want to reread it as well, so yeah. And number 8, a series that should have just been 2 books. So, if you know about trilogies nowadays, they're usually a little bit spun out. So, I'm gonna go with the Divergent trilogy by Veronica Roth, because let's face it, nothing happens in Allegiant. Nothing happens in Allegiant. If we had skipped half of Allegiant, we could have just put it at the end of Insurgent, and we would have been all fine and dandy. Or, you know, maybe put the beginning of Insurgent in Divergent, and then just put Insurgent with most of Allegiant. The bits that actually something happens in Allegiant, which isn't a lot. So, this could have easily just been 2 books, but it wasn't. So, sad times. So that was the Second Wind book tag. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will have another one up soon. So, goodbye.